Okay, this is Miss Mills. More work on the Module 3 test. So let's take a look here at, this is actually page 1. And we're going to go back to thinking about how to write equations given some tables. So I have to check if it's growing by 1 on the independent variable, and it is on the x side. In this case it's n. F of n, let me see, 5 minus 3 is 2, and 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So it's going down 3. So the recursive, I could start with f of 1 is 5. F of any step would be the step before minus 3, or the step before plus negative 3. Those are equivalent. All right, explicit. So one of the ways to figure out how you're going to do that is to figure out what the 0 step would be, which is the same thing as saying what the y-intercept would be, and that's easy in this case. If I wanted to make step 0, I'm going to put it up here. I would just say, well, I need to go backwards. So instead of minus 3, it's plus 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just double check. 8 minus 3 makes 5, so that's correct. So now I know my slope is negative 3 and my intercept is 8. So I just say f of n equals negative 3 times n plus 8. And then I kind of check my work by plugging in a point. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 8 is 5, so I think I'm right. All right, so that's linear. Has the word line in it, linear. There we go. Is this one also linear? It's going up, add 6, no. Multiply by 2, yes. So multiply by 2, multiply by 2. So in my explicit formula, I'm going to have 2 to a power. I know that. And this is growing by 1. So yes, I'm going to have 2. Is it going to be, let's see. And I have to start with 6. So 6 times 2 to the 0 power would be 6. 6 times 2 to the first power would be 6 times 2, which is 12. So this has to be n minus 1 right here. Recursive formula, f of 1 is 6. F of any step n is 2 times f of the step before. Okay, what about this next one? Oh, they're throwing in a loophole here for me because it's going 0, 2, 3. So I want to find step 1. That's going to make it easier for me. So over here. Okay, there's different ways to do this, but I'm going to do it this way. So to get from negative 5 to negative 1, I know I would add 4. If I add 4 to negative 13, I'm going to get negative 9, and that looks right because it's changing by 4 every time. So add 4. That's why you got to really know your negatives and positives so you get these things right. Add 4, add 4. So that's my slope. And I know my 0 step, so explicit one is very easy. My slope is 4. My intercept is negative 13. Recursive, I kind of ran out of room, so here me put an arrow over here. F of 0 is negative 13 for any step. I take 4 plus the step before. Okay? Remember, recursive formulas have two parts. Because you can't tell me to add 4 to something unless you've told me what I'm going to add 4 to. All right, good.